Uh, First, just want to thank the fans. I think they created an environment today that was very fun and exciting to play in. As far as the game, I thought we played and competed at a high level for, I would probably say 30 minutes. I think the third quarter kind of got away from us. They started to try to dictate some things on the defensive end with the ball screens, and I think sometimes, when you're a younger team, if your offense isn't going, sometimes your defense kind of slacks a little bit, and we ran through that. I mean, they shot 57% in the third quarter and 71 in the fourth. A lot of that was just off our miscues in the half court, so we got to clean that up. But if we could bottle up the fight and the toughness that we played with today and the belief, then I feel pretty good about my team.
Coach, I know you're probably disappointed where your team had been shooting a three-pointer, but today, really high percentage. Is it just a matter of who's taking the threes and when they're taking them? Was that the difference today?
Yeah, I think we also moved the ball really well today, and the threes they were getting were in rhythm, and threes they're used to practicing. At times we've gotten sped up, and the threes we were taking were not good. So today we ran our offense, we attacked, and usually the ball finds the right person, right? It's always finds the right person, and today I think it was LB. I think she made 3 or 4. She made 5. So, and that's the kid that we want shooting the ball. Chantel has been working really hard on her 3-ball this whole all season. So her taking it was pretty standard. And Brooklyn, you got to see a little bit more of Brooklyn today as a freshman, and that's what she does. So I was happy with it. Are we gonna always shoot 8 for 11? No, I think that's crazy. But I'll take the threes that we got. The ones that we got were good.
Coach, your opportunity today to coach against a good friend of yours, Sean Poppy. Not the first time you faced him, but first time in Furman's building. What was it like today?
Yeah, listen, if you know Sean, and if you know me, you know that we're competitive as ever. Like, we're fiery, and before the game, it's all up. I don't think we looked at each other one time, and at the end of the game, it was like one of those it was almost like we were playing one-on-one in a sense. Like, when I think he told 12 to go score it, and I'm like, Chantel, you go score on her, and it was like it was almost like we were out there playing that one-on-one game. But no, it was great. Obviously, he's a really someone that I worked with here, and he's been a pretty good friend of mine. Like I said, there's a thing like with associates in this business, but me and Poppy are friends. I love his family, and I just wanted to compete against him, right, and see where we were. And he's a high IQ coach, so let's see what this chess match looks like. So I take it as an opportunity to go against someone who I really think is a high level coach, and at the same time, let my kids play against a ACC team in your building, which doesn't happen a ton. So I always welcome the challenge of coaching against him, and I don't know if we'll talk tonight. We'll probably talk tomorrow. It'll be all love. We might talk some trash to start, but it is what it is. But he's a good coach. He has a good staff, and so I have nothing but great things to say about Poppy.
Coach, you said you're going to talk trash. Coach Poppy is now 6-0 against Furman. So what are you going to say? What's the opening line there?
I didn't coach all those 6 games. That would be the first thing I'll say. That would be first. And I would, and just like how y'all are laughing, that would be the laugh we have. I mean, but
yeah,
he's a good coach, man. He's good players. He knows how to put his players in a position to be successful. And that was something I learned. I was a rookie when we were here together. Like, it was my first year. My first 3 years in college coaching were here under Jackie, but he was a top assistant. He already had some skin in the game, so he was. I think he had been a Division I assistant already, and he was at the Division II before that. So he had some skin. So I literally just was under his wing a little bit, just trying to learn as I was the whole staff. So I'm gonna talk trash just because that's what I do, regardless win or lose. But y'all know Poppy. He's smart. He's gonna have something that's gonna shut the whole conversation down. It won't be that 6-0 because that doesn't bother me right now. But it'll be something.
It's gonna be the score, coach.
That would probably piss me off, but it's okay. But again, it's just it wouldn't be about that. It would be more about the parts of a game that I'm like, hey, you did this, so I did this, and why'd you do that? And just to kind of see what happens there. But I knew they were gonna make adjustments in the second half, and they did. And we counted those adjustments, just not immediately. So we got to get better with that.
Coach, what is your thoughts on Claire going up against an ACC team just like from Clemson? She's fought Georgia, she's fought Vandy, now she's Clemson. What's been your thoughts on her this year? Her being a SoCon top player going up against these other top teams.
Yeah, I think. Whereas in our league, she can play the 5 a lot more. In these games, it's tough for her to play the 5 some. There's the guards are her size. Some of these kids. So it's a little bit tougher for her. But I feel great about it. But she got in foul trouble. I think her and Raina McGowan's are in foul trouble. So it kind of puts her in a position where they can't show their true potential against a team of this level because they're sitting next to me. So. But as far as her talent to be able to go against, I think her motor is what sets her apart. So she's gonna get some stuff just off that. But I think she was sitting out quite a bit and then going back in. I know I said she's played 30 minutes, but it was so choppy. I don't think she ever got in the flow. Yeah. And they did a good job of crowding her, so a lot of that goes to them.
Coach, at the beginning of the game, excuse me, the first half, you guys did really good of crowding the basket and getting those defensive rebounds. Kind of let the foot off the gas a little bit in the second half. But what was that message to them when you first came out, getting them to the basket? Because they got a lot of the rebounds, and it really made Clemson struggle in a way.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of what we want to do. We want to dominate the boards, and I don't really care who we're playing, but that's what we want to do. And so I think in the second half, they spread us out a lot more, so it wasn't as easy to pinpoint who we were boxing out. And again, credit to them. I think they went a lot harder to the offensive glass as well. And then you get out in transition so it make some of those points inside the paint or transition a little bit. So I think, but he did a good job. They do a good job of kind of attacking certain things. But they spread us out a little bit and they got us in rotations a lot more in the second half.
Coach, what does it do for the confidence of your crew moving forward into SoCon play, having a half that you won against an ACC foe?
Yeah, I don't want this to come off cocky or I don't really know. I think it does more for the coaches, as far as hey, you guys, if you lock into this, how good we can be, right? My players are pretty confident in who they are, and we walked into the game thinking we could compete. It wasn't hey, and I wasn't satisfied at half. I told them that. My kids are pretty confident. I think it will help more as far as hey, if you lock in, how good could you be, right? If you're locked in and you don't got to play perfect. We didn't play perfect in the first half. Then we had 9 or 11 turnovers, whatever it was. So it wasn't like we played perfect in the first half. But if we're locked in and to our game plan and we're confident in who we are and our abilities, then I think they feel great about that.
I'm just gonna keep trolling, so I'm just kidding.
I don't know who this is, but get her out of here. Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
Thank you, Coach.
We're good, Coach.
Baby girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty.